I don't think those songs would have been any better had each one of them been made into a 3.5 minute song. First of all, I go with Surfin' Safari by the Beach Boys. It was a pivotal album for me in many ways, but also it was the first album I bought. So the irony was that years later, we were playing these songs with the Beach Boys and getting up for the encore, and the Surf Medley, which a lot of it was from this first album, Surfin' Safari, Surfin' USA, was some of the earliest songs I ever learned on the guitar. But I think what happened between that and I'll jump to another choice on my list is Rubber Soul by the Beatles. I really pick Rubber Soul as the moment when it turned into more songwriting and personal statements, Norwegian Wood and stuff, as opposed to a kind of a rock band, 1, 2, 3, 4. And so what I realized in putting this list together is the power of a group. Now, I've spent my life in a group, and I think for those of us who can remember when the Beatles came out, it was kind of like having 4 Elvises. Elvis had been the biggest thing, and everybody loved Elvis and stuff. But what if you had 4 different guys? It could be 4 times as good, so that the people who maybe wasn't a Paul McCartney fan could be a John Lennon fan. It's a very simplistic way of showing, the power of a group. And so if you look between, I chose both Rubber Soul, and then I chose side 2 of Abbey Road. Because I think of all the lovely kind of concept albums, in the 60s, we were listening to Days of Future Past and stuff by the Moody's. Side 2 of Abbey Road is what I would consider the most successful of that kind of an approach. And it's a lovely medley, basically, the whole side of different songs. And I like to point out, because I will sometimes speak at different classes and stuff, that I don't think those songs would have been any better had each one of them been made into a 3.5 minute song. I think they are stronger collectively because they're just get the meat of the matter and get to it. Don't bore us, get to the chorus. Came in through the bathroom window. And so to me, that was a lovely example. I also would like, if you will allow me, to combine, because it was all kind of in one creative streak, the combo of Pet Sounds. I have Pet Sounds on the list, and Smile, because we're dear friends with Brian, and although we weren't there for that particular creative wave, it's just legendary. It's the stuff of pop history. I do know enough about the history of this that, for example, Good Vibrations was going to be on Smile. And so Smile never was really completed at the time. You might know the folklore, the whole story. But the reason I pick that, first of all, because it's just an incredible project. But I really think that was the pinnacle of what we were all doing and trying to do. I know that when John and Paul, this famous story of Bruce Johnson taking an acetate of Pet Sounds over and playing it for Derek Taylor and playing it for the Beatles and stuff. And they were as mind blown as all of us. One more, which is, believe it or not, Kind of Blue by Miles Davis. And the reason I'd like to include that is, first of all, one of the greatest albums of all time. But years ago when iPods, were a thing, and there were radio shows where you'd bring your iPod in and say, well, let's see who you got there, put it on shuffle. And I did one of those, and they said, now, who do you have more on that than anybody else? And I'm thinking, never really looked, but probably the Beatles, Beach Boys. I've got every one of there. Turned out I had more Miles Davis than anything else. Now, not known for my jazz or my jazz chops by all means or anything, but it was, as far as an art form for our country and our generation and stuff, unequal. It is, one of the biggest selling albums of all time, and fantastic. I lost track of jazz when it just got so avant-garde that I couldn't really follow it. But that particular album has such beautiful touch and sound and melody, all the things that I love, that I thought, well, I've got to include that.
Hey there, thanks for watching Access TV. subscribe, follow, like, and do all the good stuff. And make sure you leave a comment below. I don't know, just let us know what your favorite Access TV show is, or who your favorite bands are, and what artists you're into, or just say hi, man. I like to be told hi. We love hearing from you. That's the point, all right? Keep it coming.